All right. Hi, guys. Let me ask you a question. Do you hate cold calling? Have you ever been called a vulture? Have you ever been called an ambulance chaser? Or had somebody tell you you should be ashamed of yourself? Well, that used to happen to me all the time, also. And if you're anything like me and you consider yourself a good person and you're coming from a place where you're really trying to do good in the world and help people, it's not easy to hear over and over again what a terrible person you are and how you should be ashamed of yourself and how you should almost people telling you to just go and kill yourself or die, right? That's not something that most people can endure and are looking forward to putting up with on a daily basis. And that is why I came up with my cold calling system, which has absolutely changed the perspective of the way the clients see me. And it's also changed my results drastically to the point where now I actually look forward to getting on the phone because I know I'm going to meet some amazing people and present myself in a way that they are going to accept me as somebody who is an authority, but also somebody who deeply cares about them and that they are looking forward to working with and having me help them. So guys, if you don't know who I am, I'm Ken Blumberg, and this is Get Real with Ken Blumberg. So if you like what you hear in this video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel, or go ahead and do it now if you want. But let's get into it, guys. The system I'm going to give you is going to hand you the golden keys to winning more deals in probate, whether you're looking to get more listings, whether you're looking to wholesale, or whether you're looking to buy homes to fix and flip. This is the system and the key. So as most of you hopefully already know, everything you do should be a system. The things that we want to do and do really well should never be a one-off. We should always be developing them and working on them and perfecting them as we go and as we get a deeper understanding of whatever we're doing. But that being said, let's just jump right into the system. What I have developed is very easy and very effective, and I suggest you write this down so you remember it more vividly and more clearly, and actually post it in front of you on a piece of paper or on a second screen as you're making your phone calls, because you don't want to forget these steps. And as you're making the calls, you can review the process and where you are in that particular phone call. And you can actually set time limits on the different steps so you know you're moving through the steps very efficiently. So step number one is build rapport. So many agents are out there trying to get a deal without any rapport or any consideration to the circumstance that the person that you're trying to do business with is in. Now, in probate, they have just lost a loved one. That doesn't mean it's always somebody that's super close. As we know, there's strained family relationships. Sometimes it's an uncle or an aunt or a niece or a nephew or an extended family. So it might not be somebody that's super close. But we do always want to consider that it is very possible that the person that they lost was very close to them and conceivably the closest person that they have in their life. So maybe it's their mother or father, and that is the person that they care about more than any other person in the world. And we always want to explore that relationship and try to find out how the person is feeling after that loss and console them if possible. So typically, when somebody answers the phone, when I'm calling, I would be like, hello, hi, this is Ken Blumberg. I'm kind of playing detective today. So thank you for playing along with me and taking a couple minutes with me, Steve. But my understanding, Steve, is that maybe you inherited a home on 123 Main Street. Do I have that right, Steve? And the tonality I use sounds very different from any other agents that are calling that are being very aggressive and being an agent first. Again, my first thing is to build rapport, not necessarily to announce myself as a real estate agent or an investor or tell them I'm trying to buy their house or help them sell the property. So I'm playing detective and I'm just wondering, do I have it right that you inherited a home on 123 Main Street? Now, if you use the right tonality and you ask that question, I typically try to use their name frequently when I'm calling. Many times, not all the time, but some of those people will still yell at you, but a lot fewer people will get mad at you because now they're become curious. Who are you and why are you calling? Right? Now, some of them will ask that question, but many of them will just say, yes, I did inherit 123 Main Street. At that point, I say, thank you for letting me know, Steve. I really appreciate it. That also makes me believe that maybe you'd lost somebody recently. May I ask, were you close to that person, Steve? And how are you doing? Now, you can probably see it in my face. My face, I make a certain look because when I'm asking that question, I really want to convey the emotion that I care about, like, did you lose somebody close to you? And how are you doing? Okay. So many of them will say, yes, I did lose my mom, my sister, my brother, my niece, my nephew. And that's perfect. That is exactly what we're looking for. And if they do that, then in that rapport building phase, I want to continue that line of questioning. And that would sound something like this. Oh my God, Steve, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, were you guys close? Oh, you were? Okay. Yeah, it was your brother that passed. Okay, and you guys were really close. Okay. Wow, it's really nice that you were close. And I'm so sorry that he passed away. Did you know it was something that was coming, so you could prepare for it? Or was it something that was very sudden, Steve? And then I try to get them to open up about that. Was it cancer? Did they know it was coming? Or was it a sudden thing like a heart attack? Or was it a car accident? And then again, I want to expand on that. Oh my God, Steve. So it was, he got hit by a drunk driver? Oh my God. Wow. That sounds so senseless. I could see if, it was something that you knew was coming, or he just died because he was an older person. And, obviously it's the cycle of life and people pass away. But hearing that it's a drunk driver must be really hard to accept because, it sounds like it was so senseless. And I'll be like, I'm not even that close with my brother, but if he was to pass away like that, I would feel awful, especially because he has a wife and kids that he's supporting and taking care of. And even though we don't get along that well, I mean, he's a great guy. So, do you have any family that you're leaning on, Steve, in your time of need? And I have a list of 5 to 10 questions that I also put in front of me along with this prospecting system list. So I have magic questions that will open up the conversation. Okay. And if you want a copy of that list, you can go ahead and send me an email and just say 10 magic questions, and I will go ahead and send you the list of questions that I asked that will open up amazing conversations for you. But if they don't allow you to move into rapport, into a deep sense where you're really connecting with them, and they just say, listen, I don't have a lot of time, I don't know who you are, and you need to explain to me right now who you are, I need to get off the phone. Now, if they're too abrupt or too harsh, I will maybe just get off the phone with them and just say, oh, wrong number, I have to go. Because I really don't like to talk to people that are not going to treat me with respect. But if they say it assertively, but not overly aggressively, then it would be like, oh my God, Steve, I'm so sorry. Let me get right to the point. I just thought maybe you'd lost somebody recently, and I wanted to be really considerate because I have no idea what you might be going through. And if you have lost somebody recently, my condolences to you and your family. And I really hope you guys are doing okay and getting the support that you need. My mom just went into a nursing home about a year ago, and it's just been really awful, and it's been a huge stress to me and my family, and I've thought about it every day since it's happened, and it's been awful. So I hope you're doing okay, Steve. But let me explain to you who I am, which essentially puts you in part 2 of our probate framework. But at least before you go into part two, where you give your offer, you've shown them that you're a human being, that you're a caring person. So even if they are a person that's not open to a full conversation, they cannot help but to go, oh, that's really nice of this person to give their condolences like that. And obviously they're going through something personal with their family, and I feel closer to this person. So regardless, it will still open them up to the offer that you're going to present. Whereas most people are announcing themselves as a real estate agent slash vulture ambulance chaser, and the door is closed, and the potential client is actually not even listening to what that person has to say because they are repelled and repulsed by that person. So like I said, though, ideally, if you could build rapport, go ahead and get into rapport with that client. Ask them about their mom or dad or sister or brother, the person that they lost. Find out, were they close, find out how they're doing, find out if the person died suddenly or if it was something that had been coming for quite some time. Personally, I like to ask, do you guys believe in God? Are you religious? And get the answer to that. A typical response I give to that question, if they tell me they are religious, is that, yeah, my understanding, Steve, is that, belief in God means that no matter what happens, everything is going to be okay. And that's given me a lot of solace over my life. And the fact that you're a person of faith, I would imagine it's much easier to deal with the situation, and that will give you some strength so you can get through it more easily. And I can go on and on about how to build rapport and questions to ask and how those conversations can go. And I'll do that in some of our upcoming videos. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you want that information. But after you build rapport, you want to shift into phase two. So build rapport, go into phase two, or if you're not able to build rapport, give a statement of deep empathy and then go into step two. So what is step two? It is deliver your offer. What I like to do personally is I'm looking to find out where the pain points are, what they need to have done. So I deliver a fairly extensive offer to the person. So if I'm able to build rapport, the transition would look like this. Oh my God, Steve, yeah, it sounds like you're really going through a lot. But it sounds like your mom was a wonderful person, and that's probably why you're such a good person. And I hope your brothers and sisters appreciate all the work that you're doing to get through this process, because I know it's not easy. But yeah, let me tell you who I am, Steve, and why I was calling you. My name is Ken Blumberg, and I'm a real estate agent. I'm also an investor, and I've been doing real estate in Las Vegas for the past 18 years. And I help people with all things probate. I have a company called Making Probate Easy. And some of the things that we offer, but not all of them, are help you getting a cash advance if you're struggling to make your payments on the house. I know sometimes inheriting a home can be a burden in the short term, especially. We can help you get items either sold out of the house. So I have great estate planning people that can help you do auctions and make money for the furniture if you're planning on selling it. If you're looking to just get it donated, I have contractors that can help you with that. We can also get things thrown away. If you have items that just need to be taken to the trash, I can help you with that. And I can help you with any kind of repairs that might need to be done at the home. Anything from paint, carpet, electrical, plumbing, landscaping, roofing, it doesn't matter what it is. I've been in business here in Las Vegas for the past 18 years, and I've developed a list of some of the best and most reliable and affordable contractors in the city. So I'm happy to refer those to you, Steve. In addition to that, we also put cameras in our listings. We also help people change locks if tenants are moving out. And then all the way down the line to getting you a cash offer on the property or helping you sell on the resale market, depending on the condition of the property and what is going to work best for you, Steve. All right, so that's my offer, and it is fairly extensive, but I deliver the whole offer every single time I talk to somebody. That way they have a full list of the things that I offer. I also feel like if I am able to hit a pain point, something that needs to be done at the house, something that's in the back of their mind, the chances that they're going to raise their hand and say, yes, I need help with that item, go up exponentially. The other thing that does, it separates me from the rest of the pack. People that just want to buy the house, people that just want to list the house. Now, I come with empathy and understanding, and then I'm coming with service. So the combination of empathy and service is absolutely going to separate me from the vast majority of other people out there trying to earn this client's business. So after I deliver my elevator pitch, what I typically like to do is find out if they are actually selling. So this is still part of step 2, but after I deliver my offer, I would say, may I ask you, Steve, have you considered whether you're going to move into the house or if you're going to rent it out, or are you thinking about getting the home sold? So that way it's a very soft question, so I don't come off that I am trying to steer them in any particular direction. Most real estate agents are looking for the sale. So what I'm trying to do is not be the pushy, desperate salesperson and just find out exactly what they're planning to do and letting them know that I can help them no matter which direction they're looking to go towards. So ideally, I get the proper response that I'm looking for, and they say, oh, we are definitely selling the home. At that point, I'm like, fantastic. Okay, I've had a great opening session and built rapport. I've given my offer, and now they've confided in me that they are definitely going to sell the home. So at that point, I want to confirm that I have a legitimate shot at this listing or a purchase of the home, so I can either wholesale it or flip it. So at that point, I would ask, Steve, do you already have somebody that you're planning on working with that can help you with all the different aspects that are going to be necessary during this probate transaction? And I want to identify if they are working with somebody. If they say I'm working with my brother's best friend who's a real estate agent, there are a couple objection handling scripts I would throw at them. But many times I'll just let that go. Ideally, I'm looking for somebody who has not chosen an agent yet. And if they say, no, I don't really know who I'm going to work with yet, again, that is a green light. I am starting to get very excited at this point. And then I would move into step number 3. So step number 3 is get into action and show social proof. So that would sound something like this. Okay, Steve, hey, thank you for letting me know. Like I said, I've been in real estate here in Las Vegas for the past 18 years. I have been doing probate for about 4 years, almost exclusively. Of course, I still work with my past referral clients, but I've really focused on building my team in probate so I can make sure that I can offer people like yourself any service that might possibly come up during their probate real estate transaction. So if it's okay, I'm going to text you a link to my Zillow reviews so you can get to know me better and just see the experience that I have, see how many transactions I have, and take a look at my reviews so you understand what kind of experience that you might expect to get when you work with me. And the other thing I would like to do, Steve, is send you some comparable sales. I'd like to send you the active, pending, and sold homes in your subdivision. That's going to be really helpful for you to determine exactly what your home is worth. Because I'm not sure if you're aware, but the online estimates that you're seeing can be wildly off. Some of them are off 5 to 10 to 15% in some circumstances. So you don't want to depend on those. You really want to see the active, pending, and sold homes in your community so you get an apples to apples comparison and know exactly what your home is worth. And now there's ways to sell the comparable sales too. But again, I'm trying to just give you a broad overview. And then I would say also, Steve, is there anything that maybe I mentioned that's keeping you up at night, something that you know you're going to have to take care of at the house that you haven't started working on? Like, do you need to change any locks at the property? Do you feel like maybe you need to get some cameras up to secure the property if it's vacant? Is there any clean out that needs to be done? Are there any repairs that need to be taken care of? Now, I'm looking for a yes. I'm looking for some way that I can get into action, whether it's repairs, whether it's clean out, whether I can at least send some comparable sales and my Zillow reviews. But I'm trying to open the door that I am going to be the source to help my customer and turn them into a client. Now, at this point, you can go into step number 4, which is the exit interview and recapping the conversation. So that would sound something like this. Okay, Steve, well, you know what? It was amazing talking to you. And thank you again for sharing with me about your mother, about your father, whoever they lost. Again, it sounds like they were an amazing person. And, I really got to commend you. It sounds like you're really handling this well. And I have to think that if your mother was looking down from heaven, she would be very proud of you. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to potentially helping you. If you choose me to be your agent, it's people like you that I really connect with and that I really feel like I can do a great job for, and that I know would be appreciative, and I could definitely help make this process very smooth and easy. You are exactly the type of person I like to work with. And again, thank you so much for spending this time with me. And Steve, by the way, I'm going to send you the comps this evening when we get off the phone. And then I'm going to also text you my Zillow reviews like we talked about, so you can get to know me better. And then is there a good time to follow up with you next week? And maybe we can set that appointment for me to come by the house so we can look at what needs to be cleaned out of the home, or what needs to be sold, or what needs to be repaired. It doesn't matter. You're trying to get over to the house, whether that's to give them an estimate for a cash offer or whatever they need. You basically want to get over to the house if possible. And then you can close the call. Part 5 would be the follow-up and to call them back and set the appointment. So you can take some pictures of the furniture and send them to the estate planning team. So you can meet with them and take some photos of the repairs that need to be done, so you can send them to your contractor and get them an estimate. So you can take pictures of the carpet that needs to be changed, so you can get them an estimate. Again, we're trying to get into action any way possible. So that wraps up the 5 steps to my prospecting system. But if you want and you choose to, and you want to take it to the next level, before you go to step 4, if you've already built rapport, you've given them your offer, you've identified that they are open to working with you and they are definitely going to sell, at that point you might want to move back into rapport and spend another 15 to 20 minutes there, or possibly longer if you're enjoying the conversation and you find it easy to talk to them. This is a future video I'm going to do too. It's about the 5 love languages, and that's applicable to real estate, because remember, you're calling this person out of the blue, and even if you built pretty good rapport with them, if you only spend 5 minutes to 10 minutes on rapport, which is what I recommend when you first build rapport until you establish that they are the client for you. But if you only spend that amount of time, there's a good probability they're going to forget you very quickly if you're not able to get into action. But once you now establish that they are the right client for you, if you steer back into rapport and you have a 20-minute, a half an hour, or even an hour conversation, now you've spent some time with this client and they are going to become more attached to you and see you as an individual that they actually enjoy talking to. And you build a friendship and a personal relationship, which solidifies that you are going to be the right agent for them. Again, you don't have to do that. You can just go to step 4 and 5 and follow the system in that way. But if I'm enjoying the conversation, I do steer back into rapport because I want to spend more time with that person. Because when I call somebody, I want to make sure that they are answering the phone every time they are available to talk to me. And how you do that is by building this rapport and friendship with your potential customer. And that will separate you from 95% of all the other real estate agents and investors who are calling to get the transaction that you are looking to procure for yourself and for your family and for your business. So guys, that's it. 5 steps to change your life, to change your attitude towards cold calling, to change how your prospective clients are going to perceive you when you call. Believe me, when you call and you actually build rapport before you do anything else, it is going to change your life. It is going to make deals so much easier to come by, and it will actually make your business very enjoyable. So guys, hope you like that. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment, guys. That helps so much. Put this into practice. I challenge you to spend the next 2 to 3 days implementing what I've just told you, and leave a comment. Tell me that it did change your life, because I know it will. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Again, my name is Ken Blumberg. This has been Get Real with Ken Blumberg. If you want to partner with me, if you want one-on-one coaching to take your business to the next level, I'm here for you. Just feel free to reach out to me. All my information is in the description below. Now, guys, you can do this yourself. I absolutely believe in you, but if you want to take it to the next level, if you want to accelerate your learning curve exponentially, then give me a call or send me an email. Let's set up a 15-minute Zoom meeting, and let's talk about how I can help you take your prospecting and real estate career to the next level and get you to 2 to 4 probate deals every single month with ease. All right. Thanks. All right. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Take care and be well.